it's you. Come on in and join us.
We're so glad you're here today. It's our first day with the Glacial soap from Stirling Soap Company.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays,
we are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, it's good to see you. Come on in. We're just hanging out today talking about shaving soaps. And if you happen to be here during the live premiere, join the chat. There's some really cool folks from all over the world who'd love to meet you.
The Whipback.
Yeah, some of them are having breakfast and some of them are having their cocktails over where where the drinking light is lit.
And for our mention, we have a brand new shaving bowl to add to our den here. It's kind of fun.
Look at this. All she did was show me the website. I just hit purchase because this was so cool. Where did you find this?
I saw it on Instagram, and it's from Haley's Artisan. And then it was a pre-order. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, I think this might be the one to try from them.
They've got some 3D printed ones that Sarah got. We'll show that on a future episode. This one, I think, is cast in epoxy. Yeah. And it sprinkles, and when you put some shaving foam in it, like we're going to do in a minute, it looks like ice cream in the bowl.
And it has these actual, like, honeycomb kind of little things, so the soap goes in there.
Love it. Thank you, Haley's. This is amazing, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship because they have some awesome other bowls on their site.
Too many fun ones.
I've already set my sights on a couple of them, so this, I've already used this a couple of times. It's super fun and built.
You'll see us lather in it later, too.
Yeah, for sure. And what's our soap today?
Our soap today, we got the email drop that all the summer glacials were hitting Stirling, and we just had to finally try them out.
My email box was frozen over, y'all, and I was so impressed because a couple of days earlier we were actually saying it's getting hot and we don't have all that many soaps with menthol. We've got a lot of splashes, but I might need to get like a chill mill or something to put some menthol. Nope, Stirling has arrived to rescue us, y'all. Let's meet the soap. All right, y'all, so from the sales page at stirlingsoapcompany.com.
We've taken a nice dose of cedarwood and lightened it up with a touch of lime. With a healthy addition of menthol, it's a freezingly bold, woodsy scent.
Y'all, so 2 reasons that I wanted to get this soap. 1, menthol. We have never had a glacial soap before from Stirling. And if you're not sure what menthol is, neither was I at the beginning. Sarah's mom asked, why would you want that in your soap? Menthol is an alcohol, and it has a cooling effect on the skin, sort of equal and opposite to capsaicin, what causes the hot sensation in hot sauce and things like that. So the reason you kind of want it in your shaving soap is sometimes razors, especially before I got good at them, would cause sort of a razor burn or an irritation. And that beautiful cooling sensation really helps to offset that for the beginning shaver and the seasoned shaver when we have a little bit of an off day or we just want a little bit of that cooling feeling because it's 900 degrees outside. This might be your pony. And the second reason that I chose this, lime. Y'all, cedar. Are you kidding me? There are a million things that bind with cedar, and lime would not have been in my first 10 ideas.
And I don't think we've had a soap that had cedar and that had lime right next to it.
Now, we do know Rod and Mandy have amazing noses. So the main reason I got this was, wait a minute, I want to see what lime does for cedar. Because if Rod's going to put this together, there is going to be something special about that partnership.
And it kind of, I mean, lime to me has that zesty kind of vibe. Right. And it does, I don't know why, but it totally makes sense that it could work with the chill action from the glacial vibes coming through. I don't know. It just makes sense.
Coolness of the citrus. You don't really think of a hot lime anymore.
No.
You think of cold limeade.
I think that's what I mean. Like that, exactly.
So I'm excited. Let's open what is probably going to be a giant box from Stirling. I even got a bar soap that's got some menthol. So stay tuned to see if
we'll see how the bar soap
burns
goes.
my nips off or not.
Okay, we definitely got a few, so Marcus is going to have to dig in.
So you didn't see a lot of these. You didn't see the glacial mango sunrise. You didn't see these. You didn't see mountain man. Mango sunrise. Sterling gentleman.
This might be our most sets we've gotten.
I'm a little crazy. It's funny because we're not drinkers, but
here you go.
There we go. This is the Glacial Cedar, y'all, and we're gonna do a little more investigating. I think there's a splash
there
on
should be.
somewhere.
Nope, no, that's not it. And it's the last one I dug up. Clearly, they wanted us to see all the things.
Let's take a look. So if they are glacial from Stirling, I think they'll have that little blue banner above that says.
And it has a little like snowflake action going on.
Glacial, and let's do perfect pencil friends. All right, let's have this summer woody first impression. All right, constant viewers will know that we recently popped lime by Stirling just to get a sense of that beautiful essential oil, and I bet that's going to be the same lime that's in here.
Who's going first? Are you going to be brave?
Okay, I'll go first. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Just check the color. Is it yellow like pencils? Oh. No, it's a beautiful white pour.
But you're right, that sticker on the top, it has a blue line at the top, and then their color at
the
bottom.
That's how you know. That's how you know it's glacial. Be
you don't want to accidentally grab the glacial if you're expecting regular. That might be a wake-up. I don't know.
Here we go, y'all.
Oh, that was immediate!
Y'all?
Okay, single scent note, technically. One name on the cover.
Okay, let's have a grown-up conversation, because we just started doing single scent note soaps from Stirling, and lime was the first one. A beautiful lime, a gentle lime. We're
a real
fans.
Lime, yeah.
Y'all, I was kind of expecting just cedar. I wasn't expecting, like, a world to open up like does in Island Man or like does in Barbershop.
So it really takes you somewhere.
Y'all, there's a lot going on. Hold on a second.
Can you smell the menthol or the glacial vibes?
Number one, I love that they have made the menthol a scent note.
Ah, okay, it is.
So hold on a second. Yes,
it's like iced coffee. It had a little in there.
Integral part to what's going on in this, y'all, and it's beguiling because hold on, it needs the menthol. The menthol is acting as a mint. In this, so.
Do you feel like you're in the snow?
That's why I love this, y'all. For years, I was on a mission to find a shampoo, and they would discontinue them and discontinue them. That was a mint cedar shampoo.
It's true. I will vouch for that. There was a lot of Amazon orders.
Right, something about how mint and cedar come together. Y'all, I don't know why I didn't expect this, but the menthol is acting as the mint because peppermint has menthol in it. Corn mint is where they get menthol from.
Right,
so, y'all. Okay, hold on. Now I need to go find the lime
again. Just by the senses. Yeah, see.
Oh, it's beautiful. Because, it opens up. You get hit with the menthol first. Just like if you're like walking into the Costco freezer section, you get hit with the menthol first.
There you go.
Then the second thing, you get the cedar, but it's a darker cedar. It's a spicier cedar. It borders on leather. And then it takes you in for a nice little limeade, and it just makes sure you're nice and refreshed and pats you on the butt on the way out.
So I know they drop these for summer. Do you get more of that summer vibe somehow?
Just because of that menthol hit. I love it. Just getting a blast with a fire extinguisher in the face.
Because when I first read it, I was thinking more like almost like a winter scent for people to escape, to if it's summer and hot, you want to just pretend you're in the winter time.
Y'all, this is a giant three-way badminton game where that birdie is going to one, then the other, then the third, then back to the first. Between those menthols,
that sounds like a journey.
Y'all, this is a gorgeous balance like I would expect to find in a multi-noted scent note soap, but they've done it with just cedar, hints of lime, and menthol. It's a masterpiece. I'm intrigued. It's a masterpiece.
I mean, you read cedar and you think you know what that is.
I know. I thought this would just be cold pencils. Can I, not to be mean to it. I just thought this would be cold pencils. Right. But nope, Stirling keeps blowing my skirt up and completely obliterating my expectations with every soap.
I'm thoroughly intrigued now.
I know. See if I'm right.
Okay.
Maybe you'll get something a little simpler, but.
Yeah, let's see. See where it takes me. I don't know. Okay.
Okay, take it in.
Oh, you're right. I don't know how this is possible, but like when wood is wet and you put it in the fireplace, it has a different smell of the texture.
And it pops because you're supposed to let it dry.
So this is more like the wet wood. It's not dirty wood. It's just damp. Yes. Like it has a different scent to it.
Right.
So
and
it's
wood
a
can
deeper
be very
side.
absorbent. Wood can actually expand and contract with water. Right.
But I somehow can smell that.
Right.
It's not... it's close to a fireplace smell.
Right.
Like it almost has that little charcoaly hit, but it's not. It's not dirty. It's not burnt. It's not. It just reminds me of that sensation somehow.
In fact, can I say a word? Can I say petrichor?
I'm not going to say you're not right.
Let's have a grown-up conversation.
It might be something like that.
So petrichor oil is something that's on wood and leaves, and when they dry and they fall off the tree, that oil sort of sits dormant until the first rain of the season comes, and it wakes it all up. And that's why when that first rain hits, you smell that beautiful sense that has an effect on the human psyche, right? That I am getting a petrichor sense out of this soap. I think that's why the cedar was almost leathery to me, like a darker side of the cedar.
I totally get why you said that now. Because it is. It's not the cedar I was expecting. No. But I love that. It's like a whole different side of a cedar.
And y'all, we just opened Worst Cabin Ever, and Sean put every kind of cedar imaginable into that sucker. And this is different. This is totally different. And I am in love with this.
So you are completely right. The smell of the menthol makes me think of, like when the inside of your nose gets cold when it's when it's
actually cold in the snow. Yes,
that's kind of what it does. And it really cools you off from the inside out.
Frozen boogers. Yeah. It gives you the illusion of frozen boogers. I really want to see this on my face. I
don't know how this is possible, but sometimes you see those pictures in nature where you can shower in the woods or in the trees. I almost get that vibe. It's just cooling you off. You're in the shade of the trees. There's something in there. I don't think I know the lime note is there, but it's doing something very cool.
Okay, let's have a grown-up conversation about the lime, because we just opened Stirling lime.
We did.
We are familiar with Stirling lime, but that's not why it's being used in here. Yeah. It is being used in here to accomplish something, to do something, and I'm loving what it's doing.
I would agree. It's not the normal, I know the lime's in there, but my brain doesn't pick it up as a lime. It's transforming somehow with the menthol and the cedar to make a really cool, different scent overall.
And you know what I think it is? I think if you think about the cedar, it's a little bit of a sweetness to the wood itself. And what you want to do is bring out a tiny bit of that sweetness without giving the nose a sense of sugar, without giving the nose a sense of a gourmand. Yeah. So I think lime is the perfect choice to give this a delicate sweetness to help just give it a little bit of that balance that way, that it's not like a savory wood, it's a sweeter wood, but it doesn't go all the way to lime citrus territory.
It's almost just like it's the key to have the menthol and the cedar blend. There's something that it's doing that's like a secret thing happening.
See, and this is what I was hoping. I was hoping it's the lime because Rod knew how that was going to bring the cedar together. Okay, I'm going to put my flag on that there is somehow a bit of a petrichor sense to this.
I would agree.
And it's the lime that is like the beautiful melding of the actual cedar with that petrichor. And the lime is what keeps it on the cedary side because it has that just delicate, subtle sweetness to it. Okay, are you ready for this?
I don't know if I'm ready.
This is the California Citrus Campground Whiff. Okay. Y'all, you'll only find this here in the Barbershop Duet on 3, 1, 2.
Oh, it's definitely brighter.
Yes.
There.
And a little bit drier, a little tiny bit less sweet, but a little bit closer to maybe a cologne on that side of it. Are you getting that?
I think so. Because from the tub, I get more of the bark of the cedar.
Oh, right.
This, I almost feel like I get a little bit more both sides of the cedar.
Yes, I would agree that the darker parts, the spicier parts are in here. And then when it gets here, something about the citrus helps it balance out and lighten up.
Yeah,
100%. That's what's happening.
Okay, I gotta say, I am actually glad this is our first glacial that we've ever smelled, because I think this is exactly how it's kind of meant to be used. We had iced coffee first, which was kind of like a fun making the coffee have that icy vibe. Right. But this is definitely
it's not
used.
labeled glacial.
No, and this is used to that next tier to really kind of bring out the cool sides of cedar. I feel like it just adds that new revamp. Like, I'm going to miss smelling a cedar that doesn't have this. It just works so well.
I know it's been. Okay, are you ready?
I don't know.
I think it's time we experience the glacial soap. Y'all, you ready?
You can be brave.
Let's see. Oh, look how this goes on.
Yeah, that's a good.
Look how this goes on.
You didn't even work that long on that.
Brave? Okay, you want to do a little bit?
Try.
Okay, here we go.
I always get nervous. I'll be honest. I gotta say, I get nervous.
Okay.
Let her hit in here a little bit. We should do a timer.
You should. Yeah.
And you'll feel it in 29
seconds. You'll see
the
temperature dropping on the screen.
There you go. You'll see the icicles forming. But I have to say, we have a few that have a little menthol in the soap. So Marcus has definitely done those kind of shapes. But I am curious with this. And I know some people do their own added drops or different things so they can control the amount of menthol.
Cube from PAA.
Right? So you can kind of control, if you are a menthol fan, how much you want. So I am curious for us to have a better gauge to know what the glacial and the soap base does.
And Stirling does sell menthol drops, y'all. You can get your menthol there. Just add them directly to the ladder.
I like it? She keeps smelling it.
Oh, I am getting cooled off over here. What are you feeling?
I am too. I thought it was going to hit a lot stronger and a lot faster. It's still. It almost feels like how the normal menthol kind of part does.
I just feel like I got the air conditioner on in the car.
Right. It may just get a little deeper in a second, where then we're going to be like, oh, that's the glacial.
We are now starting to cross over into, wait, what? Territory? Whoa.
But that does make sense. When you get in a hot car and you have the AC going and it's going directly on you, the cool air, that is kind of what this feels like.
Right. A little tiny hint of a burn. I love it. Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, now I can feel it definitely stepping up its tier.
Yeah. Those three, the menthol, the cedar, and the lime, they're coming together, y'all, as just the beginnings of a fantastic aftershave. Yeah. Call me crazy. Put in the comments.
No, I'm actually glad you were really brave to get this, because we were looking at a lot of them and we were like, I don't even know which way to take this. Do we get more of the sweeter summer ones? But this one you can use all year round.
And I was just trusting that Rod would know exactly what parts of cedar the shaver wants most and know exactly what to add to it to bring those parts out and to use the most perfect cedar. Gorgeous. Gorgeous choice.
And it's funny because there are other cedarwood stuff that Marcus had before we even got to the shaving world. And it smelled nothing like this. That was a lie. That was not cedar. This is real cedar.
Y'all, I am chilled. I am chilled to the bone. This is beautiful. And you know what? I think I've hit the peak. And it's not going
I was just
too far.
wondering if this is like, I'm trying to figure where my peak is to be like, I think we're getting close.
And the cool thing is, the coolness is right where I'd want it to be. This is just the perfect amount to offset a really hot day, but it doesn't take it to where it burns or stings.
The closest thing I can bring this to is in my dance days, dancing through all the pain and stuff with dance shows.
Right.
I was a big fan of Tiger Bomb or Icy Hot. Yes. So it's something that's kind of a similar sensation as that.
Right.
So that the icy part that hits after the hot, I guess that's kind of how I'd explain this to someone.
I think a Vicks Vapor Rub has menthol in it. So
something like that.
But just combining with these particular scents is just magic. And you know what? Let's take a quick revisit to this sales page. Ooh, after you wipe it off, there's a beautiful, cool
like
sensation.
a delayed thing kind of happens. I don't know. It's almost like if you were holding an ice pack there. Like it just kind of has a little love.
Okay, going back to the sales page. Here we go.
Okay, so we've taken a nice dose, I would agree, of cedarwood and lightened it up with a touch of lime.
Yeah. And you know what I love that he said that because it is a really dark cedar to me.
That's why I got the bark.
Because there are much lighter cedars. Think your number 2 pencils, right? This is down toward the petrichor, down toward the leathers. That's what this kind of cedar is. So I love that it's offset with the beautiful light citrus of lime.
It totally works. And then this is where it explains the menthol part that's added. It's a freezingly bold, woodsy scent. And all those words are a great way to explain this.
Freezingly bold. I still feel it.
I do too. I really do too.
I do. I feel like I've got the air conditioner like aimed right at my face. This is fantastic.
But then we also have the splash to throw on top of this. Oh. So is that going to take us like even more?
Well,
I don't know.
It's going to take us deeper. I'll tell you that. Glacial splash.
It's got the snowflake, y'all.
I don't even think you could order this without menthol in it.
Yeah, I think I checked because this is specifically their glacial line. So it comes one way, y'all.
And I love that they're just celebrating menthol. They put it in some new single scent notes. They've added it to Sharp Dressed Man and called it Frozen Tuxedo. We got that one.
We did.
I just love they put in all kinds of different stuff for the summer.
And it is funny too because there are some of the gents that we'll talk to that really push for having the menthol, that they really enjoy it. And some are not sure about it yet. Some are definitely not fans. So it's cool to see what we're going to think now.
You know?
Oh?
I love how the lime takes the edge off the cedar.
Oh, can you smell it here?
But y'all, how the cedar takes the edge off the lime. Oh. That.
Oh, you kind of do really smell that different.
They are
friends.
That's the magic.
Oh, you like it too, yeah.
Whoa, and I shaved this morning. It's been 3 days, and I pulled Parazzo Green, but y'all, this is just doing the rest of the job. Oh, it's beautiful. And it's not crazy menthol-y. Like, it's got a little bit in my eyes, but it's not like a menthol bomb. You know what I mean? No. It's just like the right amount.
It reminds me of like almost when you have a cough drop and it has the menthol in it. That sometimes you can smell it. It kind of has that little scent. There is something really, she wants it. There is something really cool that's almost a natural masculine vibe.
Right.
But the lime helps make it current. I don't know how to make that make sense.
Let's have a grown-up conversation. When you see this, even when you read the sales page, I was expecting like a 3 complexity out of 10. Y'all, this is a super beautiful complex soap in the way that these all lock together.
Yeah, if
like
you like
indicative of the best blends we've got.
If you like anything woodsy, which is interesting because I feel like we hit woodsy stuff more in the fall winter season. Like we did, that was like when we first had ours. But this one has a really cool place in our den. We don't have something that's this type of a, woodsy cedar based scent.
Yep. And I'm reminded, having watched 1,000,000,001 reality cooking shows. A lot of times you'll have a great dish that has a ton of ingredients and it's really complex and everybody loves it. And then you have the old chef that comes out of the kitchen and presents this most exquisite dish that like just makes everybody cry. And then they say, how many ingredients are in that? And he goes, 4. One of them is salt. Like,
that's all you need.
Wait, what? And that's truth. Like, for the greatest chefs that I've seen, all they need are 3 or 4 ingredients to make an absolute masterpiece because it's not about how many. It's about how good they are.
And how they click.
And it's about the balance of how they're put together. And you can take 2 or 3 very simple ingredients and make a super high level complex flavor out of it. That is exactly what Rod and Mandy have done with this shaving soap. I I am befuddled at how complex this is washing over me.
I really do like how the lather smell kicks in. Yeah. That is a little more wintry to me.
Right, and more
this
woody.
Is somehow, yeah,
this is more limey and more like minty.
Right,
and,
it's an awesome. Wherever this is from, I want to go to this forest. Like I just want to go hang out. I feel like I'm hanging in my hammock in the shade. Like it may be hot on the other side. You know, the sun may be hot out there, but I'm in the shade. I'm just chilling. Like you are completely relaxed. It just has a nice vibe.
And for me, the reason the balance works so beautiful is what I'm sensing in the balance is the subtle sweetness of the lime, the subtle sweetness of the cedar, the sweetness of the mint, and the way that those three sweets are coming together. They don't overwhelm the soap. The sweets are just the higher parts of it, but the way those three sweets are playing together and then making their way back down through the other scent notes is unreal and keeps this, I know it seems weird because it's not all that sweet, but gives it almost a candy-esque quality to me. Well, like a nature's candy quality.
And it's funny because thinking my first smell off there, I would think it was like dark, deep at night. But there's something about the lime that makes it like a nice daytime kind of scent too.
Whenever
like it really shows the depth of the scent, like the deeper parts and then the brighter parts. It really works somehow.
Right. So it's pretty simple, y'all. All you have to do is be at school on standardized testing day back in 1987. They're going to hand you out a big sheet with all these little bubbles on it. And the only thing standing between you and a bright future is you filling in exactly the right dots. And when you open your bag and all you've got is pens, excuse me, I need a number 2 right now. I gotta get my own. Head over to stirlingsoap.com where you can find this and a wide range of other products. I will keep my flag in this between the tobacco-y, leathery darkness of this cedar, the citrus of the lime, and the mint of the menthol. Y'all, you got a structure for one awesome aftershave going on here. And my first glacial shave, so I was a little bit scared because sometimes the menthol soaps get me a little bit, like hot ones, you know, a little bit. This was the perfect amount. It was a hot day now here in California, but when I put the lather on, it was a cold, and right before it got too cold, it leveled out to the extent that between passes, I was like, nope, I need more cold. I want more. It was so fun. Just like that perfect hot sauce that's at just the right balance for you. That's where this was. And so perfect in its menthol that I went running for the glacial splash when it was over because I just wanted to enjoy that coldness for a little bit longer. Y'all, this scent sits on your shoulder for a couple hours after in the most perfect way, and it being a Stirling lather is one of the most delightful shaves you can experience, scent or not. Thank you, Ron Mandy. Welcome to Messages.
So these are 2 brushes that our friend Craig from Opus Brush sent to us so that we could have a giveaway for you.
You get your choice of one of these, and the other one we're going to give away at the end of the summer on Instagram Live with Craig from Opus Brush. So all you have to do is send an email here to WeSentYou@theBarbershopDuet.com so we can get back to you. Be a subscriber here on YouTube, and maybe check out Opus Brush on Instagram and some of the various social medias, and then check back here on July 3rd to see if you are our lucky winner.
Best of luck.
And y'all, here's why there's a giant smile on my face. We've had a little bit of a slow go getting the wheels turning again on our lives. My mama just passed away of Alzheimer's, a couple of weeks ago now. And a couple of things. One, I love that we just expected to have, an easy episode of just enjoying cedar, but it's not. This is super complex and beautiful and rich. And the second thing that I kind of love and I'm suddenly reminded of is that there have been a lot of medical studies lately that smelling menthol can have a positive effect in preventing Alzheimer's disease. I mean, you can Google that for yourself.
Okay.
But I have seen it.
We were supposed to get those now.
From the reputable sources. So that's kind of a cool thing that all of this menthol suddenly arrives, right? Cool. Yeah, it's kind of cool. So yeah, just a nice way to kind of remember my mama, and maybe in the grand scheme of time and space, somebody out there's looking out for all of us.
Right,
all this
throwing some menthol in under our noses.
For the summer.
Can't make it any worse. Let's be real.
Love it. Well, she really wants this.
Somebody likes the menthol.
Ooh, and I don't want to be the one to tell her. I think we've got 4 or 5 more menthol glacial episodes from Stirling coming to help kick off these summer months.
I'm so glad that this was the first one though that we busted out. It just has such a signature to it. It's a very Stirling fun vibe. I didn't know it needed the glacial, but it completely
But it totally does. And I'm still putting my flag in the fact that this could be a really beautiful aftershaver cologne. I could totally see you walking past somebody in the boardroom and they going, "Ooh, that's nice. What are you wearing? Yeah. Pencils? Pencils with a little bit of lime to lighten it up."
I'm curious with the dry down, like even now, the menthol is still subtly there, but it's not as potent just smelling it as it dries down.
Right.
But it'd be a great scent to have on you for the rest of the day.
Mysteries, wonders, and surprises await you at Stirling Soap Company and all over this amazing wet shaving world. Hey, Rod and Mandy, thanks for knowing exactly how to combat the heat for us.
Right? Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell cooler just watching this.